Hi.
Hi, Maki.
Hi.
I'm so excited.
Hi, how's it going? I'm very excited. Thank you very much for
Never
inviting
been better.
me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
How's it going?
yeah, never been better, same old.
Mm,
Yeah.
good. That's good.
How's
That's
everything
good.
in your side?
My side, the weather has been crazy. It's been raining, but now I think I can see the sun,
Yeah.
but it's very cloudy, humid, wet. I always complain about the weather. But
Don't like
as for
rain.
my life, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, of course. So today I think we should start because
Mm,
this is not kind of meeting like the other days. I'm gonna
yes.
interview you. I'm gonna pick your brain because you're a teacher, especially English teacher, and also you're a writer. So I have few questions to ask from you. I think it's better to ask these questions from you because you have so many experiences as a teacher and also a writer,
Hmm.
and I really adore you and I'm in love with your
Oh, thank
personality. So yeah,
Oh,
exactly. So
you're such a sweet girl.
thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank you
much.
very much.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. Like I'm doing what I love. Like, you know, teaching, rating. I just do what I love, and I love being surrounded by amazing people like you. So I'm just having fun. And I hope I can share something.
Yeah, of
I
course.
always feel like there's nothing that I can share, but if you are curious about me or what I do, I'm always happy to answer your questions.
Of course. So I know Maki, who's so supportive and who owns this kind heart, and also you have this beautiful smile always on your on your
Oh, thank you.
face, and you know what is best for you and what is not for you, and I think you are an easygoing person. I suppose
Mm,
you're an easygoing person. So, but I want to know that who's Maki? So, please introduce
mm,
yourself to my
okay.
fellows. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
And
What
first of
a
all, I
fantastic
want you to
thing.
know that you are an ideal to me. So, I really adore your
Oh,
personality. Exactly.
thank you. Thank you very much. What a fantastic thing to hear. You made my day.
Oh,
Well, who am I? So my name is Maki. I was born and raised in Japan. I live in a city called Kesenuma. My husband got transferred to a school in Kesenuma, so I lived here for about 5 years now. But I'm originally from another prefecture. I grew up in a small city. So as a kid, I didn't have any access to English, but I don't know, like I've been like feeling attracted to
yeah.
English all the time. And I think that that's the reason why is that um, I think it's because English has always give me a lot of opportunities that I couldn't imagine. So like I said, I grew up in a small city. My whole world was like a small village. And when I was a kid, I didn't have uh, anything like the internet or emails or whatever, you name it. So I started my English journey by writing letters in English. So I had some pen pals as a kid, and uh, I always used English to like you know cultivate my friendships. So I don't feel like I was studying at all.
Yeah.
I did what I had to do at school or for school, but outside of the school, I just do what I wanted to do or what I needed to do to become a good friend for my friends. So I always take things easy in terms of English. I always not to forget having fun, like to have fun. So that's my story. And I teach English, I teach Japanese too. I don't teach writing anymore, but I used to.
Yeah.
I worked with some Japanese English learners. So that's what I do. And I have
Yeah.
some projects. I'm
Uh,
active as writers carvings and I do some challenges. I had some events before. So that's all I can say.
yeah, of course. And I totally agree with you about the thing that you said. Enjoy what we do, to
Mm,
find a way to enjoy what we want to do. It makes us motivated to do anything. So
mm,
yeah, and I want to ask you a few questions, since
uh-huh,
you are an English teacher and also a writer. I want to ask you, how did you become an English teacher? What inspired you
mm,
become an English teacher? Yeah.
That's a good question. Like I once quit teaching English in my early 20s. I went to uh, I went to a teacher's university. So when I was in high school, I actually wanted to be a Japanese teacher, but my university didn't have like a Japanese teaching course. So uh, I took some, you know, classes related to English education. So I didn't have any strong will to teach,
Mm.
but I kind of gravitated towards
Yeah.
English by doing what I have to do in university. And I went to Canada to
Mm.
take a TESOL course. It was an intensive TESOL course. So it was 2 months course in Vancouver, Canada. So I was there for about 3 months.
Yeah.
And after that, I worked as an English tutor or English teacher in a Japanese cram school or another English conversation school. But I lost confidence
Mm.
when teaching English at the English conversation school. So I quit the job.
Yeah.
And then I took some jobs. I was an sales administrator. I was what? I did some jobs, but like I quit my last job because I got pregnant and I had some time to, think about what I want to do. And I came across an English challenge called English Breakthrough Challenge. And I met a lot of great people who are striving for English learning or English fluency. They inspired me to do something about English education again. And I ended up in a platform called italki. So I started teaching Japanese first, and then I started to teach English. I
Yeah.
only have a few students in terms of English teaching, but I'm having so much fun talking to, uh, my fellow Japanese English
Mm.
learners, and we
And I think
solved their struggles.
not
Mhm.
only Japanese students. I think you have other students as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, when I teach English, I work with like mostly Japanese students, like students who live in Japan or who grew up in Japan. But I have some friends or some students from South America and Central America because
Mm.
I teach English in the morning Japan. So, time difference
Yeah.
wise.
Exactly. So
Mhm.
your story tells how qualified you are as an English teacher, and
Mhm.
yeah, I I think if anyone want to become an student of your, I think you should share something, how they can contact you, how they can join you. So it's
Mm.
time for that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So if you want to talk to me or if you want to hang out with me, uh, I have a small community, where you belong
Yeah.
to. Um, so I have a Telegram group. I have an Instagram account. So I think the quickest way is go on to my Instagram account and give me some messages
Yeah.
there. Or I love receiving email, so you can write me some messages by email.
Yeah.
If you want to practice English or Japanese, you can get on italki,
Mm.
which is a platform for language learners, I would say. So, like I earn money there, so you have to pay a lot of money, but I'm more than happy to work with you like privately.
Yeah.
So that's the way, that's the way to contact me or hang out
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah. So you told that you were in Canada. So how was your stay in Canada? How was it?
Oh, I
Yeah.
was very busy. Like I said, the course was very intensive. I had to I went to school from like 8:30 or 9 to like 4 p.m. It was a full day, full time schooling. So
Yeah.
to be honest with you, I don't really remember what I did back then.
Yeah.
I was worried. I had to live in English, so there was so much going on around me, and I was busy with school.
Mm.
But I went to some parks.
Yeah.
I walked around the house that I lived,
Yeah.
and I went to the beach with my classmates. Most of my classmates were from Korea, South Korea. So I had so much fun with Koreans. And
Yeah.
anything else? I enjoyed some food and some activities, kayaking and etc.
Uh,
But I didn't have much money,
mm.
so I didn't do much activities. Plus, I was busy, like I said. But I
Yeah.
had a lot of fun learning
Mm.
English and how to teach
Yeah.
English.
So how was your experience speak in English there, when you were there? How was your
Mhm.
experience? Did you did
Yes.
you find some difficulties? Found some difficulties then?
Mm. I don't really remember like the difficulties that I went through because I went to a language school.
Mm.
So teachers were very supportive, and other people are from various countries which are not which are not English speaking countries. So they understand, like we understand each
Yeah.
other,
Yeah.
right? And what else? But a lot of Japanese people, especially, they tend to speak Japanese among,
Yeah,
Japanese
Japanese
people. That
community.
was the biggest challenge. And I told myself not to do that. So I spoke English to them, and some of them were like, hey, that girl always spoke English,
Yeah.
I know she can speak Japanese, but I made up my mind because I only have 3 months and
Mm.
I didn't want to waste my time. So I talked to my Japanese peers in English, but some people admire that, thankfully, but Some
Not
people
everyone. Yeah.
didn't. Not everyone
Yeah,
likes that.
it's
Mhm.
normal. You know, even in
Yes,
Sri
I know.
Lanka, it's normal. If I tend to speak in English with someone around me, they always look down, or I can say that
Mm,
they look down, but I feel like they tend to look down on us because
mm.
we try to speak in English. So I don't try it here in my
Yes.
surrounding. Never.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. So I was okay, but some
Yeah.
people consider me like snobby or
Yeah.
try to show off.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. They think that we are trying to show off. Yeah,
Yeah, show
exactly.
off, right? So, but I didn't want to waste my time speaking Japanese in Canada.
Yeah.
That was the only chance that I
Yeah.
got. So
Yeah,
it didn't bother me at all.
exactly. So let's move to writing. So
Mhm.
yeah, I want to ask you, when it comes to writing, what is something that you think it's really important? What is something really important to know, especially when it comes to write
Mm.
in a second language? So yeah,
I see, I see. So I think, it really depends on the person.
yeah,
It's
oh
not a
yeah,
good answer, but you need to analyze what
mm,
makes you feel you're not good at writing. So a lot of people said to me or told me that, I'm not good at
yeah,
writing, but in that case, a lot of those people are looking for quick solution, but it's a bad news.
yeah,
You need to take time to reflect on your skills, and you need to boil down
uh,
what makes you feel that way. So if you're struggling
mm,
uh to start writing,
yeah,
just start small. Just
mm,
every day write a journal,
mm,
or every day write a few sentences, starting from there, and then gradually you feel comfortable writing,
mm,
and you've already started writing. You need to analyze which part makes you know like feel nervous or feel uncomfortable in
yeah,
writing: grammar, vocabulary, or collocation, and all that. Or you probably some people don't know what to write, so they
yeah,
are lacking in inspiration or um, ideas, right?
mm,
So though for those people, I strongly recommend going to Teacher Paul, Teacher
mm,
Paul's
yeah,
YouTube channel. He knows how to pull out ideas and thoughts without, like with a lot of information, or with a topic.
mm,
So use the materials that you can find, and you can use please use good materials. Like
mm,
you need to find someone who is really good at explaining grammar, explaining the structure of writing,
yeah,
or but not intimidating.
mm,
Like someone who gives you constructive feedback. So you need to look for someone who takes care of your mistakes very gently.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember when I joined your Write Out Challenge. I felt like writing is my thing, but I wasn't good at writing. I accept that. I admit that. But
Mm.
I felt like I have lot of thoughts in my mind, but I don't know how to put it, how
Mm.
to write it down. I didn't know. I was trying, but I felt that writing is something for me, like I need to improve it, I suppose. So do you have any advice for me, like how
Mm.
do you feel, if you can sort out what are the tips that you can share with me about writing.
Yes. That's good. You have a lot of, inspiration and ideas. And I recommend doing brain dump for you. For you,
Mm,
like brain dump, right? So if you
yeah,
have a lot of ideas and thoughts are going on in your mind, just get them out
yeah,
on a paper and brainstorming. Brainstorming is helpful for you for sure. And like simple is the best in writing. So if you have a lot of information, you want to like put a lot of thoughts into one piece of writing. But if you have like various kinds of idea are going on at the same time, you can separate
yeah,
like everything. You can categorize, or you can organize those thoughts, and you can create like separated pieces. So
yeah,
one piece, one important message. So that you should keep, that's what you should keep in mind.
mm.
So good. It's good to have a lot of thoughts. I always try to look for something that I can
Yeah.
write. So I'm very jealous.
Oh no, no. Maybe if I start to write like a writer, I think maybe I will feel like you. I will feel like I'm lack of
Mm.
thoughts, maybe something. But now I'm not a writer, and I'm struggling to express my thoughts, like
Mm.
how to organize my thoughts when
Mm.
it comes to
Yes.
writing. And yeah,
Mm.
that's why I'm thinking that
Yes.
yeah, I have a lot of thoughts.
Mm.
But yeah, I suppose writing really helps me to organize my thoughts when it comes to
Mm.
speaking, rather than
Yes, for
writing.
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure. Same
Uh,
with me. Like I cannot speak
mm,
without writing because
yeah,
my thoughts are very
yeah.
messy. So
Mm,
in terms of writing, you can like visualize what's inside it in your brain. So, you know, it's like on a piece of paper, your thoughts are kind of tangible. You can see,
yeah,
with your eyes what's in here, right? And then you have to plan how to put them together or how to organize them. So writing is not a quick activity.
yeah,
So I think that's the most challenging things for some people. Speaking is like, you finish everything on the spot, but
mm,
writing is like putting out your thoughts first and then see your ideas on writing, on a piece of paper. And then you have to think about the structure
yeah,
or the order of the information you want to convey. So it's slow. So
yeah.
it is
Exactly.
slow. So you
And
need to be really patient when
mm,
you write.
yeah.
But you don't have to do it by yourself. So I always write a draft. I
Mm,
share with my friends that I trust, and they give me feedback. And they can correct my spelling errors and grammatical errors.
mm,
So having a good friend uh, who is good at grammar or writing is crucial, I would say. So
yeah.
you can find a teacher, or you can find a writing buddy.
Mm,
And in my community, Laura and Milabert, right? They are working together to improve their writing skills. They, help each other, encourage each other.
mm.
So find someone, find someone
Yeah,
to work with and have
yeah,
fun. Writing is good. And writing a letter can be really fun. You don't
yeah,
have to think about a lot of things, but you just talk to the
yeah.
person you like.
Yeah,
It's
in
really
that,
good practice.
yeah, in that sense, I really admire you, because when I read your newsletters, I always find something new. I always catch some, new words into my
Mm.
vocabulary. Yeah, I still remember the first time that I learned that word, that I think it's a phrasal verb, put into back burner.
Oh,
I
but then
learned
back
it from
burner.
you. Put
Oh,
something
good,
in,
good.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
put something on back burner, right?
Yeah, burner. Yes. I
Uh,
think I learned that phrase from a newsletter. So I
oh,
learned that from someone. So
uh,
newsletter is something that you can use to polish your writing skill. So like reading and writing are piggybacking on each other, right? So you can read to explore other people's writing, and you can produce something by writing.
yeah,
So reading and writing is like a good
yeah.
buddies.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
The only problem that it takes a little bit of time,
Yes, for sure.
I have to spend a lot of time on writing rather
Mhm.
than doing other things like recording videos. Or that's why sometimes, yeah, I feel like maybe tonight I'll write something. Sometimes I
Mhm.
feel, but yeah, not now.
Yeah, I know. Like I write newsletter once a month, and that's the old that I can do. Like
Yeah,
writing takes a lot of time, and I've been busy, so but I write some quick emails or
yeah.
messages. I think it counts. I think that kind of activity counts. So keep writing something in English, like keep in touch with English. And anything else that you can do? Like reading.
Yeah.
If you don't have time, like read something really good. That's really good. Like a newsletter, news
Mm.
article, uh, maybe what else? Like a book, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Mm.
And of course, yeah, sometimes I try to read something. Maybe, an email, it's enough for me.
Oh.
Sometimes it's, yeah, it's enough. And,
Mm.
I want to ask you, when did you realize that writing is your thing? I think it's when you were a child.
That's a good question. Actually, I think it was in 2020 actually. Like I said, I joined an English challenge and I met a lot of people, like including Intan and
Yeah.
Indan and other guys. And after that challenge, I joined a team who created another challenge for other language learners.
Yeah.
And by chance, like by chance, the team asked me to create writing tasks because they kind of liked what I wrote during the English Fluency Breakthrough Challenge. So I created a task and I got good feedback from other people when I wrote something. So that wasn't until that moment that I realized maybe writing is my thing.
Mm.
So my friends told me about what I had, and I didn't notice it by myself for a long time. I've been writing for the entire life. I started writing when I was in elementary school, right after I learned how to write.
Mm.
So I I've been writing all the time, but I didn't notice what I had. So uh I think this is the beauty of sharing your performance or work with people you trust. You
Mm.
know, it's really scary to share something with strangers, but you can share something with your friends
Yeah.
on the internet or through messages.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it was like 3 years ago.
Mm.
3 years ago.
Yeah, so we have a few minutes still we can
Mhm.
talk. yeah, maybe one
Yes.
more question.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tell me, have you noticed any common mistakes or misconceptions when it comes to learning English or teaching English? So
Language learning is very personal. So like something works for somebody, but something doesn't work with other people. So like a lot of people are looking for quick solutions. I think
mm,
I
mm.
think that's the biggest problem. Language is like a
Yeah.
long journey, life
Mm,
endeavor. So like, as promotion, a lot of people kind of share something that is very quick, but
mm,
I don't really trust that. So you need to be a little more discerning about what's good or what's not in terms of your language learning. And methods varies from person to person. So you need to figure out yourself. Right?
okay.
So my my advice is take time, and it's
Yeah.
okay to take time. And I've been learning English for more than 20 years, and I used to feel bad about it, but I've been learning English for a long time. That means I've been like trying for a long time, which is
Yeah.
good, right? So take
Mm,
time. like some people learn quickly and others don't. So don't compare.
yeah.
It's your journey.
Mm,
Cherish your journey. And language journey is a shape shifter
yeah.
depending on the situation or depending on the person. So take time, have fun,
Mm,
and find the good people. Find the good people. That's my biggest advice.
yeah. Let me ask one last question to wrap up
Okay.
our interview.
Uh-huh.
So, I think you gave the advice for English learners. So, do you have any advice? Would you like to give advice for someone who want to become an English teacher?
Oh, English teacher. I see, I see. So, I know it's scary for
Mm,
non-native speakers to teach English,
yeah.
and it's very challenging, I would say. But it's not possible. Like it's not impossible, right? We have a lot of non-native English teachers out there. So you can do it, and you have to learn something about teaching, and you can polish your grammar skills or teaching skills by doing it.
Yeah.
So if you feel ready, just give it a try. You can start with like volunteering
Yeah.
teaching or
Mm,
tutoring and see what's it
yeah.
like experience matters in teaching, because
Mm,
we have various kind of student. We need to be flexible. So experience matters. And there are so many platforms that you can teach now,
mm,
right? Some platforms that where you can get money, you can exchange languages, you can volunteer tutor, you can volunteer tutor uh, people in English. So find a platform, or find a person, or like find a student that you can teach. Start teaching only
yeah.
with start teaching one person and see what's it like, and try to communicate with other teachers.
Yeah.
I join teachers clubs. Like I join like Japanese grammar
Mm,
clubs, and just connect to other teachers and learn from them.
yeah.
They've got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
it's a really good time with you. I really
Yes,
enjoyed
yes.
our
Thank
conversation.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you
very
so
much. I
much.
made so many mistakes, but please forget
No,
me.
I don't think so, but I made a lot of mistakes as usual.
Yes, as
But I think
usual.
someone can learn from you, and someone can learn something from this conversation, and I
Mhm.
hope
Hope
someone will
so.
get some support. Yeah, I hope.
Mm. Yes, I don't usually care about my mistakes, but
Yeah.
when it comes to interviews,
Yeah.
I get so nervous.
Yeah, in the beginning, during this meeting, in the
Uh-huh.
beginning, I felt so nervous because I have this
Okay.
idea that you are a good English speaker, and I know
Oh.
that you are a good English speaker and good writer. So maybe that's why it makes me feel nervous in the
Mhm.
beginning. But you make it so easy. You made it easy to me. Yeah, I really
Yes.
enjoyed our
Yes,
conversations.
thank
Yeah.
you. I can share one thing. When I made mistakes in front of my
Mm.
student feel relaxed.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Mm.
you can take advantage of your mistakes as a teacher. So
Mm.
when I make mistakes in Japanese or in English, they feel very like relaxed and relieved. So
Mm.
don't be nervous about your
Yeah.
mistakes,
Mm.
and you can take advantage of them. You can use whatever you can use.
Yeah.
And mistake is one of them. Thank
Yeah.
you, Nayana.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
Vicky.
much. Thank you. We'll keep in touch. We're gonna catch up soon again.